Hi, this is Elin from Blues Pills, and you're listening to Metal Wani.
Bluebirds flying so far from the ground. Green grass is growing and the sun is high.
Hi Ellen, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing okay.
What can I say? It's a surprise for me that a band which is not from heavy metal background is up there, signed to Nuclear Blast, comes up with a debut album and blows everyone's mind. How does it feel right now to deliver something which I am sure you would have never expected to have made such an impact?
I had no expectations of this at all. I'm just like really, really thankful. And also that we got signed to Nuclear Blast. That was, because they're a big metal label, and that was a surprise that they wanted to sign us, and
Right.
how the metal crowd is, opened their arms for us and joining us, inviting us to be part of their family, and I think that's great.
That's wonderful. Now, being band has started way back in 2011. Now things have really taken off for you guys in such a short time. So how's been the ride so far?
Oh yeah, it's been a wild journey. We've been touring a lot, which is kind of weird because we haven't released the album.
Right.
And being able to go to Australia, touring there without an album, that's lots of bands don't even do that when they have 2 or 3 albums.
Absolutely.
But we had a lot of people helping us and been supporting the band since we posted demos and recorded ourselves. So it's been a wild journey, I guess. And finally now the album is coming out, and we are all really excited and just enjoying life at the moment.
Wonderful. Now you guys would have surely unleashed some tracks live in Australia. So how's been the response from the fans?
It's been good. I think for this album we have captured our live feeling, and also because of the EPs we recorded before, we weren't satisfied with it, and because we recorded ourselves and not the best. No, we barely had instruments with borrowed broken stuff and just did it ourselves. And this time we're really focused on the album, and when we've been playing live so far, we have had a good response, and we gained a lot of fans this summer.
Awesome.
So yeah, I'm happy.
Wonderful. Now, do you think that signed to a label like Nuclear Blast helps you guys to bring your music to a fan base that might not otherwise find it?
Yeah, definitely. I think we reach out to. They're such a big label, so I think they're doing a great job promoting the album, and also. I don't know, but in the beginning we had, lots of metal interested people liking the band. But they're definitely been coming more since we signed to Nuclear Blast.
Right. Now talking about the album, first thing when I notice is the cover art, which has that stoner sludge kind of a vibe. I don't know why, maybe I'm feeling that. So what's the story behind the art?
The artwork is... for us, I don't know really for Marika Cougar Dunham who painted it, but it's symbolism about all the difference. You need to have all the difference in the world forms a whole.
Okay.
That's what I think of it when I look at it. But it's also painted by Marika Cougar Dunham, who. She was in an art collective in the 60s, and she painted a lot of stuff for bands. She painted for the Beatles, and she painted Eric Clapton's guitar. And it's actually quite funny because every time we had people paint for us, we sent some stuff we like, and we used to send one of her paintings, and we were like, oh, I wish maybe you guys can get inspired by this. We want something like this. And then the bass player, Zach, he said, like, maybe I can get a hold of her, like the real artist. And I'm like, yeah, sure. But then he actually did. And he sent her an email. And to our surprise, she responded. And Zach wrote like, hey, we are Blues Pills and we are releasing our debut album and we love your artwork and we would love if you could paint something for us.
Awesome.
And we sent some music and she was like, yeah, sure. And then she sent us that painting and it's actually painted in the 60s because she said she could paint something completely new,
Okay.
or we could pick one of her old paintings that she haven't, really used except for herself. And so
Wonderful.
then she sent that painting, and we were just like, that's an amazing painting.
Wonderful. Now I must tell you something about the music as well. It's addictive. And I can put it this way: these pills are addictive.
Oh, thank you.
I've heard a lot of debut albums which have come around the world, right from Europe, the States. But this album has that a different touch to it. Maybe because it's not related to heavy metal, so it's more like a breath of fresh air for us. But definitely, it bridges a gap, by bringing, let's say, retro bluesy rock style to a younger generation.
Yeah, thank you. It's a lot of grooves in it. Like it's a lot of happy song. Like you get like happy from them, and then there's some sadness as well.
Right.
But I think we still have some, some heavy songs that maybe is, more metal, like High Class Woman. I don't know, like more metal-ish. But it's still like a lot of rhythm in the whole album, which
Absolutely.
I think is cool.
There are even a lot of huge riffs and the catchy hooks on the album. Even the classic influences are easy to spot on, But what modern bands would Blues Pills cite as influence, in its sound?
Modern bands, like today, I think, me, for example, like, this is gonna probably be weird, but I really like, or I liked when she was alive, Amy Winehouse.
Okay.
Because she had this really cool voice. And I also know they recorded her albums analog. And there's also this other lady that sings the soul, who is called Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings, which is also like all recorded analog. So they're not, faking stuff.
Awesome.
But Graveyard, I'm a huge fan of. And I know the guy's also a huge fan of Graveyard and Orchid and Cadaver.
Oh.
I like, we like Fleet Foxes as well. It's kind of like acoustic, but they have a cool sound, I think.
That's awesome. So there's a great opportunity to see you guys live together, Cadaver, Orchid, and now Blues Pills. So all of you are signed to a label, so there is a possibility, isn't it?
Yeah. We were actually on tour with Orchid and Cadaver last year. We were supporting their tours, which was really fun tours, both of them.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, even go to the lyrical side of the album. They're like deep and thoughtful, which is a perfect complement to the music, the kind of happiness you guys are providing with the album. So would you say that you draw more influence lyrically from your inner self, or it's the dirty world around you?
I think it's both.
Okay.
So much like it's a lot like inner self kind of lyric in the album.
Okay.
I guess like some is really personal. Like when I think of it, it's kind of naive even to write stuff like that. But it's also, for me, it's so important to be able to sing about stuff that matters because you hear that instantly. Like if I would sing about something else, like something that I don't care about or can put my passion in, then I think everyone would hear that.
Absolutely.
And it's also, of course, about the outside world, what's going on right now.
Mix of both.
And, yeah.
Perfect. Now, that brings me to the question about your passion for the music. To create such soulful sound, you definitely must have something which drives you. So what is that which kind of gives you that, inspiration to write such great music?
I think we're just, we have so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
we really love to play music, and we really love to listen to music, and because we're quite young band, and I mean Dorian he's 19,
Right.
and we're always thinking like we want to get better, we want to we want to try new stuff. We are always like open-minded to stuff, which I think really helps musicians.
Absolutely.
Since otherwise you don't if you think you're the best shit, or like have that ego shit,
Not gonna work out.
yeah, then you're not gonna proceed to be better, and it's not gonna be it's not gonna be fun in the end.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now you guys have found your typical sound. So when you found that the blues pill classic sound, was it more from aiming at an idea, or was it the result of experimentation between all of you members?
I think like in the beginning we all were really like influenced by Fleetwood Mac and an specific album called Then Play On, which is that's the time when Peter Green, the guitar player, was playing with Fleetwood Mac. And I remember we were listening to that album so much, and we said like we want to be inspired by that, like do some. I mean, we can't do that amazing album, but like make something just like them, because it's so honest and it's so it's pure, it's from the heart, like it's all like mellow songs, but it's also like heavy groovy songs.
Correct.
And but then of course I think we have found our sound, because no matter if we all put our impact on it. Like I can't change my voice and my tone, and the same with Dorian. He has his guitar playing and his tone and his feeling to it, and the same with Zach, and the same with Corey. And
wonderful.
Mostly of the riffs is made by Zach, and he's a bass player, so I think you could really tell that in some songs, like it has a special rhythm, which is pretty cool actually.
Wonderful. Now, album is about to come this week, so I'm sure there are a lot of reviews which have been flaunting around. So although I can honestly not say anything negative about you guys, nor have I seen anything negative till now in the media, let me tell you that. But have you ever received a negative review? Or
oh yeah, we have.
So how does that impact the ego or the confidence of the band?
I think you're always gonna everyone doesn't like taste is different.
Right. True.
So I actually, like on incident, I usually don't we usually don't read that many stuff about it, because we don't want to be either too blown up or like something like that. But I mean, of course it's of course really nice to read good stuff when it's good stuff, and especially from like music journalists, because they really know what they're talking about. But then of course it sometimes if you accidentally read something that's really really negative, then of course you can get like a bit sad. Hurts, but then you just like move on, because we're not gonna we are Blues Pills, and I don't think everyone in the world gonna like Blues Pills. It's like it's so different, like people like different stuff, and that is completely okay.
I'm glad you are open about this, because in a world of heavy metal there are so many discriminations happening inside heavy metal. Now you guys are outside that zone, so I'm really glad a band has that capability of accepting that all of you love our music, but there are going to be people who are definitely going to be following you guys. So I wish you all the best ahead.
Thank you
are
so
a young
much.
band that has the world by the balls. So what are you going to do with it?
Yeah, I don't know. Like we're gonna keep rocking, keep having fun, and just keep writing music. And yeah, hopefully in 10 or 20 years we're still gonna love playing with each other and doing exactly what we're doing.
Wonderful. And let me tell you something. Do you know about a country called Indonesia?
Yes.
Yes. So today in Indonesia, a metalhead has become a president of the particular country.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
So I just hope one day one of you turn the flag up in States and say we are the metalheads. Thank you so much, Elin. It's been a great time having a chat with you. I don't know when are we gonna see you guys live in India, but definitely there's a scope for you guys to come here. So I'll stay.
Oh, wow, that'd be so cool. Seriously, I wanted to go to India for so long now. Like, I really want to go check out how it is there and, meet people there. And yeah, seems like a great place for music and culture. And yeah.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah. Let me end the interview by asking you one small, probably easiest question for you to define self-titled Bill's album in just one sentence.
In one sentence. A lot of emotion and a lot of love.
Bingo. So I was expecting you to hit the nail. Somehow you managed to do it, huh?
Yeah.
Thanks, Elin. Had a great time having a chat with you. I look forward to see you guys live, and all the best ahead with whatever you guys do.
Thank you. Thank you so much for a great interview. You're great at this.
Thank you so much.